ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
Namaskaram. Today I am going to chant the canto 5th of Narayaniam, Cosmic Evolution. Vyaktamidam na kinchidabhavat prakprakritaprakshaye mayayam gunasamya ruddha vikrutau त्वयागतायां लयं नो मृत्युश्चव तदामृतं च सम्भवं पुनःनो न रात्रेः स्थितिस्तत्रैकस्तव वशिष्यताः किल परानन्दप्रकाशात्मना. In the beginning, when it was Brahma Pralaya, there was nothing in existence, either gross or subtle. For Maya, thy cosmic creative power, with its active phase neutralized by the relapse of the three gunas into equipoise, had gone into the state of latency in thee. Neither death nor deathlessness, neither daytime nor night existed, only thou, the one without a second, remained as supreme bliss consciousness. कालः कर्म गुणाश्रव जीवनिवहा विश्वं च कार्यं विभो चिल्लीलारतिमेयुषि त्वयि तदा निर्लीनतामायुयुः तेषां नैव वदन्त्यसत्त्वमयि भोः शक्त्यात्मना तिष्ठतां नो चेत किं गगनप्रसूनसदृशां भूयो भवेत् सम्भवः. Then time, karma, effects of action of jivas, prakriti that is nature, and the jivas that is souls, in fact all entities of the nature of effects, had attained dissolution in thee, whilst thou didst sport in the bliss of pure consciousness in thy state of cosmic slumber. The above entities cannot be said to have been not at the time. They had become only latent in thy cosmic power. Otherwise, if they had perished and become non-entities like sky flowers, how could their re-emergence in the new creative cycle be possible? एवं च द्विपरार्धकालविगतावीक्षां सिस्रक्षात्मिकां बिभ्राणे त्वयि चुक्षुभे त्रिभुवनी भावाय माया स्वयं मायातः खलु कालशक्तिरखिलादृष्टं स्वभावोऽपि च प्रादुर्भूर्य गुणान् विकास्य विद्युत् तस्याः सहायक्रियाम्. At the end of 2 parardhas, then thou did express thy creative will by the look. Thy cosmic power, Maya, stirred herself into activity for the creation of the 3 worlds. Out of Maya emerged time, totality of impressions, of the karma of jivas, that is adrishta, and disposition, that is swabhava. These acted as aids of the gunas of thy Maya, that is prakriti, in their diversification as the manifested universe. माया सन्निहितो अप्रविष्टवपुषा साक्षीति गीतो भवान् भेदैस्तां प्रतिबिम्बतो विवशवान् जीवोऽपि नैवापरः कालादिप्रतिबोधितात् भवता सञ्चोदिता च स्वयं माया सा खलु बुद्धितत्त्वमसृजद्यो असौ महानुच्यते. It is thou alone that art extolled in the Vedas as the witness when thou abidest by the side of Maya without entering into it. When thou art reflected in the diversities of adjuncts, that is upadhis, provided by Maya, that reflection is called jiva, individual soul. The jiva has thus no independent existence. Again, Maya, thy cosmic power, manifested as the energies of time and the rest, and directed by thee projects the category of intelligence which is also called Mahat. तत्रासौ त्रिगुणात्मकोऽपि च महान् सत्त्वप्रधानः स्वयं जीवे अस्मिन् खलु निर्विकल्पमहमित्युद्बोध निष्पादकः चक्रेऽस्मिन् सविकल्पबोधकमहन्तत्त्वं महानखल्वसौ सम्पुष्टं त्रिगुणैस्तमो अतिबहुलं विष्णु भवत्प्रीणात्. Although a product of Prakriti with its constituent gunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, the Mahat is predominated by Sattva, the pure aspect of Prakriti, and is capable of generating only a vague eye sense, without any particularity of species, individuality, status, etc. O Lord, by thy will, out of this Mahat was evolved the category of Ahankara, egoism, which has all the gunas manifest but with tamas predominating and having therefore the capacity to generate the particularized eye sense that make one aware of one's distinct individuality, species, status, relationships, etc. सोऽहं च त्रिगुणक्रमात् त्रिविधतामासाद्य वैकारिको भूयस्तैजस तामसाविति भवन्नाद्यनः सत्त्वात्मना देवानिन्द्रियमानिनो अकृतदिशावार्ताकपशश्विनो वह्यनीन्द्राच्युत मित्रकानविधुविधि श्रीरुद्रशारीरकान्. The category of Ahankara, egoity, by virtue of the triune gunas constituting it, became divided into three: the Vaikarika, Taijasa, and Tamasa forms of Ahankara. Out of the first of these, namely Vaikarika, which is predominated by Sattva, the deities presiding over the 10 organs, that is Indriyas, were created. These gods are Dik, Vayu, Aditya, Varuna, and Ashwini Devas, being the deities presiding over the 5 organs of knowledge, viz. hearing, touch, sight, taste, and smell, respectively. Agni, Indra, Upendra, Mitra, and Prajapati being the deities presiding over the 5 organs of action, that is, vocal organ, hands, feet, anus, and generative organ, respectively, and Chandra, that is moon, Brahma, Rudra, and Kshetrajna, indwelling spirit, being the deities presiding over the mind, intellect, ego, that is Ahankara, and mind stuff, Chitta, respectively. भुवनमानसबुध अहङ्कृतिमल चित्ताख्यवृत्त्यन्वितं तच्चान्तःकरणं विभो तव बलात् सत्त्वांश एवासृजत जातस्तैजसतो दशेन्द्रियगणस्ततामसांशात् पुनस्तन्मात्रं नभसो मरुत्पुरते शब्दोञ्जनि तत्बलात्. O Lord, by thy power, the same Vaikarika, the product of the Sattva aspect of Ahankara, generated that well known entity called the internal organ, that is Antahakarana, with its four modes described as mind, that is Manasa, intellect, Buddhi, ego sense, Ahankara, and mind stuff, Chitta. Taijasa, the product of the Rajasa aspect of Ahankara, produced the 10 organs, 5 of knowledge and 5 of action. And out of the Tamasa aspect originated sound, Shabda, the subtle essence, Tanmatra of Akasha. शब्दादयो मततः ससज्जित विभो स्पर्शं ततो मारुतं तस्मादरूपमतो महोऽथ च रसं तोयं च गन्धं महीम् एवं माधव पूर्वपूर्वकलनादादाद्य धर्मान्वितं भूतग्राममिमं त्वमेव भगवन् प्राकाशयस्तामसात्. O Lord, from the subtle essence of Shabda, that is sound, came the element sky. From the element sky came the subtle essence of Sparsha, that is touch, and from it the element air, that is Maruta. From the element air arose the subtle essence of form, that is Rupa, and from it the element of fire, that is Tejas. From the element of fire came the subtle essence of taste, that is Rasa, and from it the element water, that is Jala. From the element water came the subtle essence of smell, and from it the element earth, that is Prithvi. Thus, out of the Tamasa aspect of Ahankara, thou didst bring into existence all the elements, each of them manifesting its own special quality and also inheriting the qualities of the preceding elements and transmitting them all to the succeeding one. एते भूतगणास्ततेन्द्रियगणा देवाश्च जाता पृतङ्गनो शेकुबुर्वनाण्ड निर्मितिविधौ देवैरमिभिस्तदा त्वं नानाविध सूक्तिर्भिन्नुन्नतगणा त्वन्यमुन्याविशं चेष्टाशक्ति मूर्धियं तानि घटयन् हैरण्यमण्डं व्यधाः. Even though all the elements, sense organs, and their presiding deities had come into existence, they were desperate and so unable to produce the cosmic whole. Therefore, the deities praised thee by various hymns and sought thy help, whereupon thou did not enter into these categories and activate them, and combine them into the Hiranyagarbha, the golden egg containing all the worlds in potentiality. अंडं तदखलु पूर्वसृष्टससिले अतिष्ठत सहस्रं समाहानिर्बिन्द नकृतात् चतुर्दश जगद्रूपं विराडाम्यहम् साहस्रैः करपादमूर्धनिर्वैः निशेषजीवात्मको निर्भातोऽसि मरुत्पुराधिप समां त्रायस्व सर्वमयात्. After the cosmic egg had subsisted in the already created cosmic waters for 1,000 years, thou didst break it open and shape it into the 14 spheres, wherein thou do manifest thyself in thy cosmic form as all life with countless hands, legs, and heads. O Lord of Guruvayur, who did thus manifest the categories, did to rid me of all my ailments. So the Canto 5 is also completed. I'll be joining you with Canto 6 next Thursday. Namaskaram.